Alright, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy No One Really, and we back with another one. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hybrid 3 from Air Instruments. This is a powerful little VST synthesizer. Comes with about 1,200 sounds, and on top of that, it's got everything that a sound designer needs. So if you looking to make something original or use something stock, I think this plugin has a lot to offer. The nice thing about everything that you're hearing in the background, again, I use only Hybrid 3 this time around. So from the leads to the pads to the bass and every other type of instrument that you hear, except for drums and percussion, I made with a Hybrid 3. So, I hope you enjoy the track. I hope you like following along as I give you a breakdown on how I use this track in this production. And hopefully you will see how you can use Hybrid 3 VST in your future ones as well. Alright. Let's take a look. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's talk about this pad that we got right here, man. This right here is the foundation of the track. So essentially what I did was, I came in and chose one of those 1,200 presets. Like I said, this VST has a lot of sounds. A lot to choose from. So essentially what I did, I came in the soft pads, and I tried out a few, ended up thinking that the chorus pad was the way to go. So I chose it and I started playing away. Right here, seeing as how I use this plugin just, entirely, I could just go over briefly the interface once, and I might feature it a few more times throughout just to get into like how I made some minor tweaks on a couple of different sounds that I use. But as we go along in the video, we'll talk about it as we come across it. But up here, as you can see, you got like the three oscillators I talked about. So these right here are pretty much your two main ones, and then I guess you could view this one as kind of like your sub oscillator, which is kind of indicated right here. As you can see, you can add a little sub frequencies into it, and you can even add some noise in this particular oscillator right here. Now, this right here controls the filter envelope. So if you want to mess around with any types of distortions or low pass that's available in it, you can mess with that. Also, this is how you can modify your filters. And down here is your LFO. And by clicking these little buttons here, anywhere where you see a different option, it kind of gives you like an A/B situation on how you using that particular effect. And then right here is your general ADSR application. So this is where you adjust your attack, decay, release type settings. Down here you can kind of add like minimal effects, like they give you like a delay and a reverb and a general chorus, and you kind of use these to add a little you know dimension to your overall sound that you could be working on designing. But again, you have several different presets to take a look at. So that's essentially using this soft pad from called the chorus pad is really what I base the foundation of the progression off of. And so let's go ahead and get into the next sound. The YARP. So basically, just like before, I tuned into a couple presets, just to get a feel for, something that would flow nicely with the chord progression that I had chosen with the pad just before. And, this is what stood out to me. They have a different type of arpeggios in this collection. And this is just the stock uh, library. So, the dope thing is that actually they have some expansions for this. So if you're looking for something in a specific genre, you can purchase, and they're relatively inexpensive as well. So, you know, let's take a look. So they have like a large sequence section, which sequences aren't exactly arpeggios. Arpeggios are, I guess, more scalar based. Somebody in the comments below, let me know. And sequences actually have a lot more dynamics to them, but you can make them as musical as your ears will allow you to make. So basically, I know it doesn't look like I just went to the fourth one and stuck with that, but yeah, I tried to find one that I thought really went with the mood of the track, and also, just flowed well. I didn't want something that was bouncing around a lot of different off semitones and things like that. So, I felt like the Star Glitter was the way to go. So let's get into uh, one of our first uh, lead selections. That's one thing that I really like about Hybrid 3. We'll talk about it in the next section. All right, let's get into it. All right, next up is the first lead progression. Now, I could tell you, that's one thing that I really like about Hybrid 3. It's got tons of different leads. A lot of them kind of, go back to that old 90s flavor. Um, and, they go into the future too. They dip back into the 70s. I mean, like, pretty much, they have something in the style of every era of lead production that might have been around for a while. And, some pretty inspirational next level type sounds too. So they come with like a couple banks. So you got a lot of hard leads in here you could try. Very EDM, trance based type sounds. And then the soft leads, you got a lot of different looks. Same thing, EDM, a lot of R&B. I feel, or definitely a lot of things you could use in R&B, um, and stuff like that. So you know, this particular lead I chose because I felt like, it fit well within the mix of things that I already had going on. If you checked out the last video, I really love a lot of movement. I like a lot of layering. So, you're gonna hear different type of complementary and counterpoint melodies throughout the production. As we go through a couple more of these sounds, but I just want to give you an overview of what Hybrid 3 can do. And so without further ado, we'll get into the next particular notes and just take a look at, give you a sample of what you can do again with this particular VST. All right, let's do it. All right, so let's talk about this bass, man. This bass, I really dug this bass. As soon as I played the notes, I was like, this is it. And this bass is really dope bass because it's based off the Moog. So, I dropped down, and I think on this one, truly, like, I just clicked to the next bass and really was just like, whoa. Really was like, that's it right there. Like, as soon as I started uh, playing, it was just, it was in the pocket for this style of track and the way that everything laid out. You know, it was just right in step with what I was looking for. Um, what's pretty dope is that if I wanted to, I could come and adjust and just add a little more distortion to this bass just to bring something out. I'm just gonna show you that briefly, and they got a little different distortion modes. So if I really wanted to like go crazy, I could add a lot of distortion into it. But it really ain't needed. Like to me, for me, it was right in the pocket. But that's just like a real simple little thing that you could do to really bring something new, a new little texture to the sound. It ain't too bad, but little little touch on the fly. But anyway, um, really dug this bass, really liked it, and it really didn't take a lot to get it to sit into this style of track. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into some closing comments, and hope you enjoyed this little preview, a little small overview of some of the work that went into creating this track. And so that's it. Let's get into this outro. All right, y'all. So that's a look at Hybrid 3 from Air Instruments. I hope y'all enjoyed the little rundown. Just try to give you a brief look at a few of the sounds that I used out of it, and try to keep the video short. I know people got things to do, places to be, people to see. So I just wanted to give y'all an overview. If you want to listen to the whole track, you know, check the description box. Everything that you need to know is down there. You want to follow what I'm trying to do over here on this channel. I want to see the channel grow, as I said before. You know, man, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, man. Plenty more videos to come, you know, quick little simple beat breakdowns, you know, giving you a look inside of some popular VSTs, some not so popular VSTs, and just try to give you some ideas on how to boost your production and take your production to the next level. You know, get you closer to where you're trying to be as a producer, composer, whatever it is you're doing, songwriter. You know, stay tuned. Got a lot coming, man. Alright, y'all, man. Y'all be cool, y'all be blessed. Everybody, have a good day. Again, let's craft greatness.